In the coming week, people across Tassie, like Australians across our whole nation, will be joining in celebrations for Australia Day. Some on the back verandas of their home, some with friends and family at the beach, some at picnics and barbecues in parks and neighbourhoods across the state, and some are taking part in events organised by local communities across the state, including here in Tassie, like the Australia Day breakfast on the Bellerive Boardwalk, the Devonport Dance Fiesta, and what could be more Australian than the gumboot throwing competition at Henley-on-Mersey. I had not heard of the gumboot throwing competition at Henley-on-Mersey, but I'm sure we will make it into an Olympic event. There's also the Tassie event that really sparked my interest, the Great Aussie Dummy Smit. I'll be glad to send down some politicians from Canberra to compete, and I'm confident we'll provide very strong competition with the locals, because I know they've all had a lot of practice. 2009 was a tough year, but Australia rose to the challenges of the global financial crisis, and we showed what can be done when we all join in together. Governments, federal, state and local, making a difference in the economy on the ground, making jobs, supporting and supporting small businesses on the way through. And we have been the envy of the world these last 12 months. On Australia Day 2010, we enter the second decade of the 21st century, and Australians can be optimistic about their future. However, we can't be complacent about our future. This week I'm travelling across the nation ahead of Australia Day to celebrate an Australia Day event such as this, and also to deliver a series of addresses on our need as a nation to prepare for our long-term challenges. We know that we have major long-term challenges to tackle if we are to keep our economy strong. The challenges of our ageing population, a fiercely competitive global economy, and the enormous environmental and economic challenge of climate change. Building Australia's future and tackling these challenges will require much work. To help guide that work, the Commonwealth Treasury has been preparing the third intergenerational report entitled Australia to 2050 Future Challenges. The ageing of our population is central to these challenges, and that is revealed in three key facts that I discussed last night at a reception such as this in Melbourne. The first concerns the extent of the ageing of our population. Today, there are 22 million Australians, of whom 14% are over the age of 65. By 2050, there will be 36 million Australians. But an equally momentous change is that the proportion of those over 65 will almost double to 23 or 24%. The second key fact is that this will significantly affect our economy and working families right across Australia. It will simply cost more to look after the needs of older Australians in health, aged care and age pensions because there will be more of them. The third key fact is that we will need a sustained, strong and long-term national effort to respond to this challenge, focused on raising productivity and removing barriers to people participating in the workforce.